UEFI boot a NTFS drive. I'm trying to install Windows 8 through a bootable USB flash drive in UEFI mode. However, while it does work when the drive is formatted as FAT for some versions of Windows 8, the version I want to install has an install.win file bigger than 4 GB, so I have to use an NTFS file system on the flash drive, but I cannot boot in UEFI mode from it. In both cases I use a GPT partition table. Is booting from NTFS not possible in UEFI mode? Strange, as is the file system used by Windows, or am I doing something wrong?
From the Wikipedia article on UEFI. The UEFI specification explicitly requires support for FAT32 for system partitions, and FAT12/FAT16 for removable media. Specific implementations may support other file systems. Personally, I've yet to encounter any motherboard manufacturer who has implemented NTFS boot support in their UEFI modules. Update: as mentioned in the comments below, 2 years after I posted the above, there are now at least a few motherboards available with UEFI NTFS modules.
The latest version of Rufus allows seamless UEFI boot from an NTFS partition. If you select a Windows installation ISO, set the partition scheme to GPT partition scheme for UEFI computers and also set the file system to NTFS. Rufus will add everything required to allow booting NTFS partition from an UEFI system. Outside of using Windows installation media, you can also create a blank NTFS bootable UEFI drive when running Rufus in advanced mode, enabled by clicking the while triangle near Format Options, by selecting UEFI column NTFS as the boot option. In this case, you will just have to copy in /EFI/boot/boot64.EFI or /EFI/boot/bootia32.EFI on the NTFS partition for your system to boot from NTFS. The way it works is by adding a small, 256 kilobits, FAT partition at the end of the drive that contains an EFI executable that loads a free software, GPLv3, NTFS EFI driver and hands over the boot to the regular EFI bootloader on NTFS partition. This allows the installation of Windows media that contain an install.vim larger than 4 GB and other stuff. For more on this, see the UEFI NTFS project on GitHub. Disclaimer: I am the author of Rufus and UEFI NTFS.
Some motherboards like my Asus P10SWS C236 chipset, similar to one XX Intel chipset series, contains NTFS driver in the firmware, but it is buggy. It has problems with parsing root directories of some NTFS drives. More details of this bug in my notes about Windows 10 installation. However, the bug has a simple and stable workaround. Just use another system from create 5 empty folders in drives root with names starting with $, of maximal length. This rebuilds the root folder record, and buggy UEFI NTFS driver now sees the /EFI subfolder, and is the variant to the system boot menu.
Creating GPT partition is correct. There have to be 2 partition. The first partition is FAT with refined, the second partition is your NTSF. Since 2012, Refined released NTFS driver, for which it can scan any directory inside an NTFS file system. All you have to do is pointing to the loader inside the NTFS partition.